Welcome to the Fifth Trooper Podcast.
Hello, welcome back to the Fifth Trooper Podcast. My name is Jay Schlansky. I haven't been here for a while, but I'm taking over for Evan as he pets his Wookiee. Oh, and I'm going to pet my Ewok. And we've got Nik and Austin.
Yep.
What's up,
We're
y'all?
back. Spout some more Legion nonsense at you.
Anyways, Nick's got a fun game for me to play. I'm very happy to be back on my podcast.
No. Just going to him. Just going to him already.
I'll tell you, I'll be really honest. It was really hard for me to not do that when I had to make the decision to do Scoundrels and have Evan take over the Fifth Trooper. It was really hard for me to let go. Not that Evan would do a bad job, just that like you guys have been doing great
The Fifth Trooper.
Great work. It's just that was my baby for so long. It's hard to let go. So it's nice to be back on and say hello.
Yeah. Anytime you want, Jay.
I feel like every time I'm on this podcast, I all that anger that I generally have when I'm on Scoundrels just kind of fades away, and I'm in my
It's your happy place.
Again. Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
Get your therapy Ewok lunchbox and your
You angry.
Nik and Austin.
All good.
That's not true because I was literally just walking around my office screaming curse words back and forth.
that's related to what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get into that story too.
Yeah.
So this game that I have for Jay here, I want him to play our little Fifth Trooper game here. I want him to make a Glub Shido with us. So we're gonna go through Jay's custom character here. Get special with it. But to set the I made one too, which we can get to after. Do you want to do a little bit of housekeeping for us, Jay, or you want to cut straight to the fun?
Yeah, I'll do it real quick. Hey, if you like what these guys are doing, not only here on the podcast, but also on the blog, I pay all these folks to bring you this amazing content, and we pay them through the Patreon. So if you like the content, if you want to support what these guys are doing over here on the Fifth Trooper, including Evan and everybody on the blog, subscribe to our Patreon. Even if you do the $1 tier, it just helps us keep the ball rolling with the Fifth Trooper, and 100% of the Patreon goes right to the staff. So we do have the store and everything, but that pays my salary and helps me run the store. Patreon is exclusively for the content creators. So if you like any of the content, just think about even $1 a month is a great thing for us to, it just helps us get these guys make sure they're serious about this content.
Super
creation.
serious, locked in.
And they don't come up with stupid character creation games. No, I'm just kidding.
Cut it. It also, even $1 gives you access to our Discord, where we talk about Legion. You can ping us directly with questions, or you ping the people you actually have, competitive questions for, like Kyle. Just get most of us all in there, pretty good.
Yeah.
So we got that, and it's not just for Legion. We got MCP in there. We've got Onslaught in there. We've got general channels where you can ask about any kind of game you want. And we are all over the place. There's painting channels and showing off your painting and discussing that.
And then we also have another podcast that's Patreon exclusive called After Dark, and you can just hear kind of I think the last podcast I did with Lucas and Andy, I don't think we talked about Legion. I think we talked about AI taking over the world. We talked about living in different countries because Lucas is in Germany now and Andy's from England, and so we were talking about I think we went for 2 hours and we maybe mentioned Legion for 5 minutes. So we talked about MCP. So it's a really cool access to kind of some of the behind the scenes stuff. In our Discord, you can ask us questions about you can actually put in questions for the podcast. There's events where we'll cover events and talk about what events are coming up. I know Evan does that on this podcast. So
we do list feedback. It's all in there.
Yep.
All right. Are you ready? So let's pull. So for those of you uninitiated, this is the Glup Shido meme has been oh, he's my favorite character in Star Wars going around for a while now. It's probably died out by now, but we're keeping the torch alive here.
Nice.
The Trooper. So it's been our little home for all of our custom characters and crazy madness. So I made one up the other weekend because I got the itch to play through the ancient Star Wars RTS. It's an Age of Empires clone called Galactic Battlegrounds. Those of you old gamers and listeners might remember that.
Timers playing
Yes.
games.
Most of the characters in it are, established characters. There's a few original ones, and one of those that I really liked was actually the character that you played as during the Separatist campaign. She's like your leader commander. It's still an RTS. You're building an army around her and stuff, and she's a dark acolyte of Count Dooku, but still also like a commander. And she was made like before Savage and Grievous really kind of existed. She was something of like an amalgamation of both.
Okay.
So her name is Severance Tan. She's a Chiss Dark Jedi, but she's
Whoa.
more of like a tactical
Yeah.
kind of character than a beat stick. I'll run you guys through that. So I made her a commander, obviously, and I set her about 170 points, same as Obi-Wan. It was kind of my baseline for a lot of this.
Okay.
Kind of squishy. I didn't want her to be, full tanky, so I went with 5 wounds. It seems to be kind of a trend. Maul's effectively 5, Ventress is 5. I feel like that was a pretty solid number. Standard 3 courage, 2 save, red, surge crit, all the Jedi stuff. Gave her a command, which will probably almost always be aggressive tactics because you're playing a Separatist commander. Training, a couple force, nothing too crazy. I really wanted to see, to stay within the box and see if I could make something unique without really breaking off of the mold too much. So she's got this jump, deflect, standard Jedi stuff. Cunning, it's mostly what she's known for, being a tactical commander. And I wanted to reflect her training as a duelist. She does some Jedi fights throughout the campaign, but I didn't want her to reuse that same old Makashi mastery, because I didn't feel like she was really quite up to that level.
Yeah.
So what I did is I decided to make a keyword called Makashi Adept.
Ooh.
Where when you make an attack roll, you can reduce your pierce value by up to 2 in this case. If you do, the defender must re-roll that many successful die. So it works against pierce immune things like Makashi does. I don't think there's really a case you'd use it otherwise, but you could.
Would you have it kick in after they spend surges?
Yeah,
right?
I think it would have to be
Mhm.
the rules text in the rule book would clarify that you'd have to do this after. It'll be clarified in further rules updates that you have to do this. Oh, I saw Jay Twitch.
Is there a forum ruling on that? Is there?
Yeah, it's a form ruling. It'll have to be after surges are converted.
If you guys haven't listened to the Scoundrels this week, I highly recommend.
Go watch Jay melt down for an hour.
You can hear my rage about forum rulings. I'm not going to bring that pain to you guys. You're my sweet angels over here. I'm going to leave you guys out of it, okay?
Oh, we're safe. But yeah, so I thought that was a little bit of a unique touch, and maybe once we're done with this, we could hit on some of your guys' ideas for other adept keywords, what you water down some masteries to. I didn't quite go full Dooku lightsaber with the 5 red. I think 3 and 2 was probably a more adequate step down. And we usually don't do this for our stuff here, but I decided to make some command cards for her too, with her quotes in there for them. So
nice. Oh, Jesus.
Go ahead.
What am I doing?
Oh, you're breaking it.
I was trying to open up Legion HQ so I can look at some stuff. I'm almost thinking she might be overpriced. I think you could. I think she could be like, she could sit at 150 and be all right.
Oh wow.
Yeah, especially with no charge baked
Yeah.
in, like put it on the 1 pip, but
Yeah, we'll get to 150. Yeah, I think she's got a little bit.
Especially now, if that force users are weaker.
Oh yeah,
based on
if
current
we're
rulings.
rolling into that surge,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
force push.
what's that rolling again? Remind me.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, if you guys don't know. No, I'm not gonna get mad, but this is a good point. I will tell you, because I don't think anybody knew, and this is a big back and forth that's going on across. Right. The people who are content creators who, not me, but you guys and Kyle, who are like at the top of the competitive scene, had no idea that this was a ruling that apparently was made 2 or 3 months ago and then was re-ruled again just recently. But basically, when it comes to, for instance, recover the supplies, if you force push a unit whose unit leader has claimed a supply for recover the supplies before the last 5 frickin' years, you as the force pusher would move the box wherever you wanted to. So what this allowed was for a force user within 1 turn, potentially, you would force push, kill the unit, grab the box, and that's 1 turn. And you would save that kind of towards as a game winning towards the end of the game, not necessarily round 6, but whenever the end of the game was. Well, they've recently changed it to the person who was force pushed, the controller of the unit that was force pushed, gets to determine where the box is, which effectively makes a force user have to spend an entire another turn to get the box, not only get the box, but now they're left out in the open in the breeze to be able to be shot, where you would last into that unit, move the box, grab it, then you would first on the next round, and you would then go hide so that it's like the one thing Jedis have left. So because of that, 150 points.
It's also a bit of a weird interaction because now when you're doing the force push, you move the enemy leader model and then you wait, and then your opponent moves the box, and then the opponent waits on you to go back, and then you have to do cohesion after that, because you as the pushing player still does cohesion, but now there's a step in the middle where he's got to wait for the opponent to move the box.
Yeah, it's funny. A couple people were saying, "Oh, I've been listening to the Scoundrels and Jay hates the game." No, you guys got that completely wrong. I love this game. That's why I'm if I
Jay's
hated
about
this
to be
game,
drowning in Ewoks.
Yeah, if I hated this game, do you think I would even care about this? I wouldn't even care. It wouldn't even. I'd be like, I don't care. Yeah, I love this game so much, and it upsets me when things like that happen, because it's a needless change that just feels like somebody was like, I don't know, just the guy that got force push moves the box, and you're just sitting there going, okay, well, that's not how it's been for 5 years, but all right,
All right.
Anyway,
so yeah, maybe knock the points down.
Yeah, so
right. Let us know in the comments how much.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and make it 150. Yeah, I'm just.
Nope. I've seen through this. You only have view access.
Request edit.
150 until the forum ruling changes. Hear ye.
Give me.
All right. Anyway, so I did make the Mr. Man cards.
No. We're not moving until you.
No, we're still on this. All right.
You give me. How dare you? I'm in charge here. You give me editorial access to this document right the heck now. It's fine.
There we go.
Oh, do I have
do
it?
Just do it.
No, I did it.
He'll never give up.
You son of a gun. All right, this is fine.
We'll see when he wants to change the command.
I'm sorry. Because when I wanted to write mine down here, I'm not going to be able to. Now only Mr. In Charge can do it.
Yes.
All right, let's.
Google Docs is free, Jay. So I made her 1 pip, nice and simple.
Yep.
A shame they only die once. So with a name like that, I couldn't make her only have 1 attack.
Yep.
So I gave her charge, like the nod to the Dooku's card. And then you may perform up to 2 attack actions this turn. So you can smack something once. It's not a free attack action, so you still have to spend the action to do it. With a good charge to pinball through 2 things. If you get a good move out of it, if you set that up. But I think it's par for the course, but still solid, respectable, and a little bit different. So
I agree.
Keeping the theme of trying to just not break boundaries, but still make things that were new and interesting.
And it doesn't feel overpowered. Like it's a reasonable 1 pip, I think,
Yep.
Look
So
at the dice profile. I mean, it's not like 5 dice is not anything like game breaking.
Yeah, it's fine.
all right. So moving on to the 2 pip that you guys take on this. I serve. Orders any 2 units. Units ordered by this card gain target 1 and defend 1. And when Severance activates, if you did not give her a face-up order token, you may perform a free recover action. So you get to choose if you want her to have an aim or dodge, or make the tactical choice to give that away to someone who might need it more.
Right, because she doesn't have Master of the Force, right? So
Correct, she does not have Master of the Force.
So she would need that. Like if you have Force Push Choke on her or Saber Throw, and not that maybe you could do Saber Throw because you could pick the red, right? So
you could.
Yeah, so maybe you would do do you guys remember Saber Throw rounded up or down?
I believe it's round up.
Yeah, so you would have 3
There was
red.
a forum ruling on that we don't know about.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The opponent pitched the dice. Small Saber goes 3 white or 4 white.
Yeah, you guys didn't know that was changed 3 months ago. So yeah, I mean you would still get the 3 red, which is nice. And I like that.
Yeah, I think it's workable. I like the element of choice where you might not always need a recover, and so you can get a bonus out of it if you don't.
Yeah.
Nice. And then the 3 pip, another one of her quotes here. My tactics are superior, and I wanted this to reflect her taking a back seat here and just being a commander. She's not going up doing anything special.
Right.
This card hardly affects her at all. She just is back doing her thing, commanding the army.
Yep.
So she specifically can't receive an order this turn.
Okay.
Which is big for if she's going to have aggressive tactics. This means she's not getting a surge from it, and she's holding back. Same thing with the little recover action card. She's taking a break and not getting a surge.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you have to bring her down to 150 if you're planning on putting aggressive tactics on her too. Like that's, yeah.
I just a grab bag of little nice little command bonuses for me.
Yeah,
so
like
you can give orders out to any range. That's a heal and sometimes of Separatist Thorns. Nice, just a little bit of a safeguard against that. And then something I actually hate about Cunning and 3 pips.
Yep.
Where that you win the tie that you're trying to lose. So I wanted her to have the option that if she won on a 3 pip, like if your opponent plays standing orders or another 3 pip, that you can give the priority to your opponent.
Oh yeah.
What she's trying to do, and she has Cunning, get that little bit in there and send it the other direction.
I like it.
And then just a free token on the units that were getting the order. It's not her, so it's going to have a lot lesser impact on the free tokens. But I kind of like it. It was thought it was a neat little space. But what do you guys think? What changes would you make here, Severance, aside from dropping her points?
I would maybe. This would require potentially creating another unit, but I think she would get like an entourage. Maybe I'd like to see her with like an entourage of some sort. I don't know what it would be, but I like the entourage Cunning kind of like mix. It just makes sense to me. I always wish that Palpatine had Cunning. Like I know that
he really needs it.
Yeah, I know that keyword was created like after. He was already like baked, but like that's I always felt like he was missing Cunning. I think, and I really like it on Sith, right? Because that's really that is their. I mean, not like Ventress or Maul.
Yeah, like the higher level Sith. I think there's 2 kinds of Sith. There's the composed planning Sith, and then there's like the attack dogs. They're very different things, and she's definitely more of the sit back, watch how things are going, plan it out.
And I think you could do So do you see her on CIS, you think?
Yeah, she's a CIS commander.
So
she's
then
the in the game that she's from, she's the essentially like player character commander for the CIS campaign.
yeah, so with like
RTS.
the white dice, maybe you give her Entourage Magna Guards, and then you like they can do some stuff. So just to kind of like, I feel like she's so smart, and that's kind of like the whole cis like thing, right? Is like she would have like these Magna Guards just kind of like surrounding her as she's walking through the battlefield, and them taking like hits.
Yeah, I think that's a great add-on for anybody. But if you want her to add, get a entourage, or maybe even like direct something.
Yeah, you could do that. Compel, maybe. But then if you were going to give her entourage, you probably have to boost her points back up, I think.
All right.
But,
what you got, Austin?
So I would think about giving her another command slot, like swapping that second force slot for another command slot. And it just pushes her more into that, like she's like a female Krennic with a lightsaber, like basically. Like you get one force slot, and I mean no one's gonna take force push anymore because it sucks because of that form.
Oh, that's bold.
No, I'm just totally kidding. But giving her only like one force slot, it kind of like gives you the force push, and maybe we'll reach a day where like force push is just kind of baked in, so we can play other force upgrades. But I think
I would like that too.
I definitely think she could use a second command slot to like really, just kind of push that feel of being like a.
Here's my take. I think force push should stay as it is, but there's definitely some force powers that should just have text added to the card, so it doesn't consume a slot, but you have to have a force slot to take it.
Yeah.
Like hope. Just take hope. You're fine. Like
Yeah. You still got to pay the points for it. Like
you have to pay the points, but maybe it can even go up. Like, okay, 5 points for Inspire 1.
Yeah.
If it's not competing for something else, sure, I'd pay that.
You know what I would love to see? They kind of tried to do this with Anakin, but like I would love to see because this is kind of happening in the stories a little bit, like with the new Fallen Order or whatever it's called, the new game, where like the Jedi kind of like succumb to the dark side a little bit. So I would love to see like a Force user that you can choose its alignment, and then it like opens up like maybe you flip the card over, on one side is the good alignment on the and the light, and then on the other side's the dark, and you can and they have like
cool.
different powers and stuff. Like that would be super sick.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'd be in for it.
Yeah.
All right. So what I've tasked Jay with here,
Yep.
now that we've gone over this, is I want Jay to make his own here, and I believe he has chosen.
Are you typing? Because since I can't type, because you won't give me control. No. I want to put it in here, and I'm loading up who my character is.
All right. So that's your character, Nissa.
Yep. I was telling the boys, somewhere in this stupid office of mine, I have this book. I couldn't find it right now, but it was a book apparently that I had when I was a kid. Your parents, when you get old enough, your parents do that thing where they're like, hey, we're moving and we're throwing all your garbage out, you stupid idiot. And you're like, all right. And you're like, whoa. This original motion picture Star Wars book is not garbage, and neither is this my Return of the Jedi lunch pail, you dummies. And so like anyways, so that was one of the things I got. So I'm really high on Ewoks right now. For those of you who don't listen to the Scoundrels, if it weren't for Ewoks, my answer would not be Nissa. My answer would be Ponda Baba. But because I'm so high on Ewoks, I'm gonna go with her.
All right, check it, Jay. I think you have editing access now.
Let me refresh.
Did it work?
I don't know. Yeah, baby. Oh, right. You're in so much trouble now.
Yep, it's all gone.
Have we done?
That's her picture.
Just
All
a
right.
few hours to Jay.
So I didn't read this storybook, but I can see that it's an Ewok. So I'm assuming that that little cape is made of stormtrooper flesh.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
humanoid
yeah.
flesh.
It's their skins, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
What was it? Was it you guys that were talking about? Somebody was just talking about like that maybe it was Legion 99. I don't know. We got so many podcasts. I have no idea. But that like I think it was Legion 99 that that basically like where did they get that dress for Leia from?
oh yeah, there's
Right? They had a dress for Leia and no one asked where that came from. Clearly eating people on this planet, and that's what my Ewoks are going to be all about. So let's begin. She's going to start with 5 white. You know who else has 5 white? Wicket. So that is right in line. Now,
Yep.
as you can see by this picture, for those of you audio listening, you're making a huge mistake. You should be on the YouTube watching this. But as you could see by this, or if you want to Google it, 3 cheers for Nissa. KNEESAA exclamation point. An Ewok adventure. So you can Google this. She's balancing on a log in a river. So clearly very brave. All right.
oh yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna give her a courage of 3.
Ooh.
Okay.
All
Now,
right. All right.
Wickets is 2. So,
Brave little Ewok hero.
3 courage. All right. Speed 2. I think that's
Yeah, it's fair.
fair, right?
That's fast for an Ewok, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I
Little
mean,
Ewok
Oh,
legs.
they scamper.
okay. Now, she's independent, clearly.
Yes. I don't
Okay.
see any other Ewoks on that log.
So she's independent, but she doesn't dodge, right? She's more like, I'm going to look around and see what's going on. So she's an independent standby,
Ooh.
right?
Okay.
We're getting spicy.
Because she needs to know, like, what's going on. Do I need to get out of here? Like, what's going on? Okay. She clearly has low profile. Not even a question.
Built in. Yeah.
Right. I'm going to create a new keyword, unless this is a
Oh.
keyword and my brain is breaking right now. But when you spend a standby, you get another standby.
Oh, that's new.
All right. So
Okay.
nimble is the dodge one, right? We'll call this one aware.
I like it.
She gains the keyword aware. So when she spent, I'll put this on here so that people spends standby. It's a standby. So you can't catch her unawares. You can't. She's Nissa. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna give her relentless. I don't think she has relentless. Okay. She doesn't look
Okay.
she relents for sure. Like maybe a new keyword called relenting. And she like when she attacks, she doesn't do anything else. So let's see, what else should she have? So she's got aware, she's got low profile, she got independent standby.
What are we doing for the surges here?
Oh, surges, yeah. So she'll surge. So surge hit.
Surge
And
hit.
then so she surges on D.
Yeah. Even standard Ewok surge.
Yeah.
What rank is she?
Oh god. She is
Feels operative.
operative, yeah. Agreed. Yeah, she's not in charge. She's not in charge. She's kind of out jumping logs, doing her thing, you know. I'm gonna give her unhindered, I think.
Yep.
Seems good.
And then I think she deserves one more keyword. Let's think about it. Maybe.
I've already
She
got
looks like she's off to some mischief here. Is it you're the expert here on the narrative for this character. Is
Yeah.
she like an infiltrator kind of mischief maker? Has she
Ooh.
stumbled into something behind enemy lines here?
I do like that. What was yours, Austin? You said you had one.
Incognito, baby.
Maybe she has infiltrate and incognito.
Yeah, we could go both.
With independent and incognito with independent standby. That's the.
I mean, that's the only way you can really make it. You're gonna take suppression otherwise, so you gotta sneak up there.
Well, and I mean, it's fine, right? Because once she triggers the standby, if she attacks, then she's
Yeah, so you can spend it and run away, scamper behind a wall.
she loses incognito, right? So either that or she can move. So she actually spends the standby to move so she can keep incognito.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
So we're cooking with gas now.
Now we're cooking with gas. All right, let's talk about some attacks, okay? So I'm thinking for she doesn't actually have a sling. Okay. So
Right.
no ranged weapon.
Melee only. All right.
Yeah. Maybe she, you know what? She has an armament slot though that'll give her.
Hey, all right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she's got her melee. Now, she doesn't have a spear. That's not her thing. Okay. She has a poison stick.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
It's
Oh man.
2 white and a poison.
Nice. Nice. Lethal.
Yeah. You know, it's just it is.
Noxious little murder bear.
Yeah, she just like runs up, sticks the stick, and you're
Yep.
poisoned, and then gets the hell out of there. All right. So let's think of some upgrades. She's got a training slot.
Oh, I think 2
You think too?
at least.
All right. So we'll
If
go.
Wicked has 3, Nissa at least has 2.
All right. She got 2 training slots, and let's give her that armament slot. If I could spell armament. Hey, I did it. Nice. All right.
Nice.
All right. So that's her card. Now.
We got some armaments to think of.
Yeah. It's called Trap. Spike Trap. It's called Spike Trap.
Is it like a mine?
Yeah. So it's like arm detonate, but it's a proximity.
It detonates itself.
So she sets instead of arms, set procs. Okay. So here's what happens. She could set it at range 2. That's her arm range. Sets range 2. If let's say trooper. If a trooper unit is range 1, it's 3 red dice.
Spicy.
Yeah. So it's a sets 1 proximity 1, right? So she can. So basically, she could just keep putting these out.
All right. So
So one
but, yeah,
triggers, she puts another one out, right?
So yeah, when a trooper unit moves into range of it, how about just that trooper unit? So whoever moves into it triggers it.
Yeah.
They just take the hit.
Just
It's
the
not
target. Yeah.
It's not like an area thing. It's
No, not an area. It's like a ranged attack. Yeah. Now,
right.
let's talk about some command cards.
Hold on. Do you think there's some competition for this? Should we give another like armament like a discount? I'm picturing like
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking like maybe just like a thrown rock. Not a lot of damage, but give it suppressive. Just something to make them duck, like a little distraction.
Well, like two white. Two
Yeah.
white suppressive.
2 white suppressive, yeah.
Range 2 suppressive.
Yeah.
All right. it's gonna be called Favorite Rock.
Oh,
Favorite Rock.
if it's specifically favorite rock, does it spend?
She has, yeah, it actually puts a token on the ground, speed 1 from the unit that she hit, and she has to go pick it up.
It spend, new keyword, reusable.
Yeah.
I like it. Oh man, this little bear. This little bear.
Chaos. Chaos. All right. So I'm gonna start with the 3 pip. Okay.
All
And
right.
I'm gonna call this one Teardrop. I don't know if you
Oh.
guys listen to the Scoundrels, but when they came out, their little symbol that's supposed to be like a spear or an arrowhead in the upper left, I keep calling it a teardrop, and so I'm gonna paint like a prison teardrop on all my Ewoks under their one eye, like because for everyone they've murdered, they get a teardrop. So this one's gonna be called Teardrop. Choose an enemy unit at. Wait, we don't use. What do we? I'm like, I was playing a different game today. What?
At is including the range bands inside.
Yeah, at range 2. Choose an enemy unit at range 2. That unit. Let's see. So I think it should be like they fall into like one of those tiger pits with all the spikes underneath it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. So we
Hmm.
thinking.
They gain a suppression.
Well, how
And-
about
Whoa.
we give it some damage? And
Yeah.
can do suppression. How about some immobilized tokens?
Yeah, that's good. So damage, let's say it's 4 red. So stupid. 4 red, immobilize.
You immobilize 3.
All 3?
Yeah. Oh man.
It's just one enemy unit. It's pretty close to this little Care Bear. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, we could probably do 1. Let's say range 1 just to make it a little tougher, because
Okay,
that's a lot. So
Yeah, she's
basically,
incognito.
yeah, she's like running through the woods and like they're following her and they're like, oh, we're gonna get this bear, and then they fall into one of those tiger traps. And we call it teardrops. All right. 2 pip. I'm gonna call it Log Ride.
And these are these all just the just ordering Nissa?
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
one or yeah. Operative only. Okay. So the next one is gonna be called Log Ride. At the beginning of Nissa. Oh my god.
Whoa, did you see that?
What? Hey,
It knows.
oh god, it knows. Oh god, it knows.
What was that about AI taking over the world?
Beginning of Nissa's turn, you may place her range.
That's
3.
the first time that the word Nissa has been put into this. It just knew to auto correct to Nissa. It didn't even
I
recognize
wonder
another
if
word.
there's like a alt text for the image and it pulled it off of that. There could be. That is funny.
Nah, AI's taking over.
Oh my god. At the beginning of Nissa's turn, you may place her range 3 in any direction. From her current position.
Anywhere within range 3.
Oh my gosh.
Within. Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay. 1 pip. Operative only. Taste of flesh. Let's see. Maybe it's when attacking non-droid trooper units. Nissa. I know what it is. Nissa gains 2 aim tokens.
Let's about
What
2
else?
aim tokens and lethal.
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
give something to spend those on if you roll out.
Lethal is, a poison stick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Love
force
it.
those through. Oh man,
Okay.
it's terrifying.
All right. Now let's talk about points. I think based on everything that she has, she's an easy 120. Yeah.
I'd say low hundreds, like 110 to
Really? I was actually going to. I was gonna cut Jay's in half and say 60.
Really?
She's an
So-
operative. She's not
Wicked
ordering anybody else. She's taking those
70.
command sarge slots. White
Yeah.
Tree has some real good command cards
That's
already.
true. That's true.
There's competition there. And
Yeah.
like Wicket's like what, 70? I
Yeah.
think she's comparable. You know what? I'll go up. Yeah. I will sit at 80. I'll be fine.
80, and then her armaments are like 10 each.
Have the rock be cheaper.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think a rock could probably be like 5.
I kind of wish they'd do that with like Iden's. Like just make one, just like drop the repeater a little bit or whatever. So it's like you have the choice. Like, do you want to pay extra for both, or do you want to? She's got load up. Good.
So that, my friends, is Glub Shitto.
Yes, that is how you do it. That is impressive, sir. I can't say anything. I think it's perfection.
I think the only thing I would change is maybe instead of Taste of Flesh, just because that's real dark for this game. Maybe I would probably call it 3 cheers for Nissa.
Nah, keep it in there.
All
We know
right.
where that quote came from.
Taste of Flesh. Yeah, so
It's
that's
the alt art is like there's a family friendly alt art that comes with the
just like a child's head in her arms. Like from remember the old Ewoks movies and the TV show, the kids and the family. She just she
just
ate
all
them.
dead.
Yeah, they were. That's how she earned her teardrop. Was that family?
Oh man.
As a kid, I remember the Ewok show being actually like a little bit not like disturbing, but just as a kid, I was like freaked out when I watched it. I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
I unfortunately I never got the chance to see it. But
So they actually had, gosh, I want to say it was like the mid 80s or something like that. They had a cartoon, Star Wars cartoon, which was C-3PO and R2-D2 and the Ewoks.
yeah, droids, right?
Yeah, it was interesting. For a long time, okay, I don't know how it is for everyone else, but like if it seems like when my friends and family, when somebody like finds out like I'm really into Star Wars and they could like you guys could see the painting behind me and so they'll start getting me Star Wars stuff. And at first it's like, oh, a nice poster or a picture or like a Darth Vader piggy bank or something, that looks really cool. And then it starts getting weird because they know I have like a lot of Star Wars.
They have to
stuff.
start getting creative.
Yeah. And so one of my friends found it at an auction, the full original VHS display for that cartoon from that was still wrapped in the like original package.
Wow.
Everything. Yeah.
That's I mean,
Yeah.
everything aside, that's got to be kind of expensive, like, right?
So
If it's
actually, he found it at like some garage sale. Like they had some like we live out in out in the woods, and so like at one of our like small town garage sales, somebody just had it, and I think he got it for like $10 or something. And so
Score.
yeah, we kept it for a while, and then we actually looked it up, and it was worth a ton of money, so we put it on eBay and split it. So,
Split it with the guy who bought it for you.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah, of course.
And we split it. Me
I
and
I just
Rachel split
ripped it. Yeah, I just ripped it in half and threw it in the garbage in front of him.
Hey, this is worth a lot of money.
This is where the trash goes, and this is what this is.
Your half.
Yeah, I have your
Oh.
half. It's outside. I lit it on fire.
Oh,
Anywho,
that was fun.
yeah, that was a good one.
All
Well,
right.
thanks, guys.
You
I
want to land
needed
this plane?
Coming to Legion fall 2023.
Yeah, thanks. I'm really
Be on the lookout for Nissa.
yeah. I'm considering I don't know, a comment or whatever, write in, let us know. But I think when Ewoks come out, when we get them, I might do some like I hate painting videos, but I just thought because I'm so obsessed with Ewoks, it would be fun to do like a painting stream of something of me painting all the Ewoks,
Yeah.
We'll
Watch
see.
Jay slowly go insane, painting
Yeah,
up 120 Ewoks or whatever.
Dude, that's been the nice. I've been playing a lot of MCP lately, and like that's been the nice thing about that is like one unit is one model, and then you just move on with your life.
Do you remember how much you lost your mind playing those droids at
Oh, dude,
that's Ewoks?
I don't think it's the same. I think what
I
made
mean,
me
they're just shorter.
yeah, I know, but there's more chaos involved. I think what really made me lose my mind is droids are not only there's a lot of them very similar in that way, but they're very ordered. And like you play droids, like
Yes.
you play them in a certain way. This is how you give them orders. This is how this happens. And I was playing 8 heal bots, so it's like this is how you have to heal. Like I have to do it in this order because that one hasn't healed yet. Blah 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 blah, or repair bots. And I was just like, I think that's what drove me crazier than the actual like. It's
fair.
I'm okay with chaos. I mean, I played orcs and goblins in fantasy. Do you know how many friggin' models are in that? Like thousands. And so like I was fine with that. The chaos is what I crave. So,
All right.
Agents.
There
anyways.
we go. All right, Jay, send this out.
All right. Hey everybody, thanks for listening to the Fifth Trooper. I'm Jay.
I'm Nick. Night, guys.
I'm Austin. Later.
I need to work on a better sign off. You were right. You're 100% right. It doesn't feel good.
No.
Can't just steal tiles again.
No,
You'll hurt
this
me.
is you guys are the worst. All right. Bye.
Join us next week for another edition of the Fifth Trooper podcast.
This has been a Fifth Trooper production.